So now we are going to start with Unit 1, Quality Management. So in this unit, these are the different list of contents that is going to be discussed. It starts with the definition of an objective. Uh, so this first and second unit deals with quality management. Okay. So construction quality management is what we are going to see in Unit 1 and 2. We already covered Unit 3, 4, 5, this safety management aspects. So in this unit, we are going to see the factors affecting quality, responsibilities of the quality person, quality management guidelines, quality circle, quality plan, policies, and inspection procedures, cost implications, etc. So the course outcome is explain the importance of quality and quality management methods in construction industry. So these are the different references I've taken. So the introduction part. So before getting into the objectives of quality and what is quality, so the quality of construction is one of the matters that of great concern with most civil engineering constructions. So the following statement recorded during the reign of Babylon king is worth mentioning. If a builder constructed a house and did not make his work strong, with the result that house which he built collapsed. So cast the death of the owner of the house. So the builder shall be put to death. In those period, whenever there is a king, so whenever a builder is asked to construct a house, if it is collapsed, then the owner will be killed on spot. Okay, so that is a punishment they gave during those time. So that is what they are saying here. So quality is very important because in nowadays existing laws might prevent such harsh penalties in the present scenario, but the consequences may rather be in terms of loss, in terms of productivity, additional expenditures by way of rework and repair, reinspection and retest in the short. So we are going to pay extra money in spending, for repair, reinspection, rework of the activity. So those are the additional costs. Okay. So the cost which is not we have actually planned. So these things will come into picture whenever we don't follow proper quality in our side. Okay. So also it affects the productivity of the labor. Okay, that is also they are saying. So the consequences is directly affecting the overall completion of the project, quality, cost, time, everything. Okay. So in the long term, poor quality can hurt reputation. So it hurts reputation. It means that it hurts the reputation of the company. Okay. And if the company continues in the same way, it might have to close its shop for want of new projects. So you might not get the projects in future whenever you go for tender or getting government projects. Then it is not easy to get such projects in your venture. So if the number of companies of a country start neglecting quality aspects in their projects, this also starts reflecting in the reputation of the country. So, whenever the countries, the companies in the country neglects quality, then the reputation of the country is also getting affected. The overall economy is, affected because of this particular aspect, this quality management. So this is a great difference between quality of constructed facility and the samples that are submitted for testing. So that's very important because whenever we submit a cube or concrete for testing purpose, quality check purpose, so the quality of the facility is something differed from the sample which actually submitted to testing. For example, you can say the quality of concrete is checked from the cube that is cured very well, but the actual constructed facility might not have received the adequate curing. So this is the difference where the difference in strength also we can able to identify. Similarly, there are many defects such as faulty slopes in flooring, roofing works, leading water to stagnate. There could be dampness on walls due to some bad brick used or bad workmanship, or there may be a deliberate saving on material quality. Okay. So according to the conservative estimate, the cost of poor quality could be as high as 200 to 300% of cost of construction in early ages of work. in some of the cases, which is very drain on our precious resources. The contractor are asked to rectify the defects, but many times they are irreparable and users forced to take over the facility, even with a long list of. So this is what happens when you don't do follow, this quality management. So the contractor might get chance to rectify, but sometimes they are, uh, due to their negligence, sometimes it is irreparable. So users are forced to take over the project. I mean, forced to take over the facility, and with the defects, okay, along with the defects. So that is what happens. Okay, and the cost of quality could be highest 300% of cost of construction. Means that it's three times more. Okay, so the user then suffers throughout the life of the structure by the way of attending to recurring defects from time to time, or he or she sacrifices his comforts and keep quiet and end up paying much more cost than what contractor would have paid to do the right quality of work. So if the contractor have paid proper time and uh, 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 proper amount, specific, he has followed proper specification during the construction project. So if you have end up with the right quality, then you would have not, paying extra money during the, completion after completion of project, yeah, due to this kind of recurring defects. So construction quality has not got enough attention, also due to the policy of awarding the project on the bid price alone. So this is also one of the major factors. Whenever we used to, award the project to the contractor, we award basis on the bid price. Okay, whoever is bidding the lowest price, so we are going to give the project to them. So the lowest bid system is one of the major problem here. The inherent assumption in adopting such policies is that given the same set of drawings and specifications, all contractors, including contractors with the lowest bid price, will produce similar quality. Unfortunately, this is not often the case. The lowest quality reeling under control price to cut corners and start compromising on quality. So whenever we give the projects based on price, then they start compromising on quality. Okay, at the starting you can't be able to see, but at the end of the project you can see the the project completion. After completing the project, you can see the visually how much they are compromised, okay, during the course of time. The majority among such contractors tend to neglect the complaints of the customer and produce bad quality of work. In short run, such contractors do rise very fast, but in a long run, they ultimately fail. So in this, in the beginning, they can say that the contractor doing job and it may show like a steady growth or something like that, but in the long run, they ultimately fail because it creates bad reputation to the people. Okay, so whenever you create bad reputation, they won't go for your work. Okay, because you have produced bad quality of work. So on the other hand, there are some contractors who consistently make attempts to produce good quality work. In the short term, such contractors may seem to be on a losing side because they spend more amount of money, right? They won't get much projects. So in the long run, however, they have proved to be very successful, and in fact, some customers engage them even by paying extra. That is very important because the customers are willing to pay money for the better quality. Okay. So quality has been widely recognized as a distinctive competency that can be used by business to increase profitability and market share. The recognized success of Japanese firms with low cost and high quality, reliable and innovative products has had considerable impact on Western attitude to quality, particularly in focusing them to reinvent that belief that quality is expensive. So initially, all people believe that quality is expensive, but if you pay money now, but in the future you can avoid such recurring defects, okay, maintenance costs. So while this concept is well understood in the manufacturing industry, the same cannot be claimed for the construction industry. So now you have some idea about what are the different factors why quality is, has a major impact on the construction sector. Okay. So customer satisfaction is of paramount importance in quality management, deals with life cycle cost. That is after sales service or cost to users. Okay. Incidentally, in the construction industry, while the supplier is responsible for any defects to defect liability period or 6 months to 1 year from the date of completion, there is no provision that can hold the supplier responsible for the defects. We cannot withhold the no customer. We can say customer, I mean supplier is responsible for the defect. No, due to bad workmanship, the defect can be occur. Okay, so we cannot simply say that customer has provided bad quality of product. Okay, so many times a customer takes possession of the constructed facility much after the defect liability period is over and spends huge amount of money in rectification, which may at times be irreparable too. So what sometimes it may happen like some defects may be repairable, some defects may not be repairable. That's why they're saying like it is irreparable. Also, most customers are not so demanding with regard to the supplier because of their ignorance of their rights. Okay. So, this is a short introduction about why quality is quality management and the importance of quality in projects. Okay. From next lecture onwards, we'll be talking about quality defect, definitions, objectives, importance, etc.